Hi, Brandon Hardison, president of Champion Strategies, also spokesperson for ShopSMART Autos, as we give you, the consumer, the best tips that we can find out about what's going on in our retail automotive sales environment, if not the automotive industry as a whole. So, today we want to talk about nostalgia, if you will. There are some customers who are being attracted like they were during the Eisenhower administration versus the Instagram age. So I know we've just thrown a wrench into you going back 55 years or so, but you've heard those stories around car lots from automotive sales veterans talking about how attracting car buyers to the dealership took some serious ingenuity. It had to be. In the book, The American Car Dealership by Robert Genat, he talks about the Wayback Machine and the explorers of the plight of clever dealers' past to get new customers into the showrooms to purchase the new vehicles. The automotive market is brimming with intelligence and also some smart marketing tools that we have today. They serve up data points needed to provide personalized deals that nudge buyers towards a good deal. Data mining technologies give you precise knowledge on what customers are looking for at that particular time. But this was not the case back in 1958. So we're going to use the sales staff of Hodges Auto Sales, Ferndale, Michigan. They developed a novel system of dumping up on Intel. They got a lot of drumming up on Intel for potential car buyers. How did they do this? One of the leading salespeople had a strategy, and he called it reaching out. Each morning, he would rush out to mail a number of postcards to prospective buyers. I'm talking about in the thousands would get mailed out each month. And very well, many have had the birth of spray and pray, if you will, old term of either they're going to get it or not. These mailers announced that Joe would be calling in 3 or 4 days to talk about their automotive purchase. So a few days later, the customer receives a call from the salesperson to reveal something about their disposition towards purchasing a fancy new vehicle back in the 50s. To button up the call, what the salesperson would do was end it with, "Would you like your new vehicle this week or next?" Now, in the 50s, some people trying to keep up with the Joneses, if you remember hearing that, they would fall for some of that. At this point, the hero, the salesperson, had two objectives. Back in the 50s, make an appointment, preferably at the prospect's home, so we can talk more about this vehicle, or getting the house's favorite color. The challenge is to figure out the wife's color preference without really getting the husband involved. You can be sure that, unlike today, females had a lot to do with the buying process of a vehicle even back in the 50s. You see, the old dealership in the 50s, Hodges Auto, realized that women tended to have the final say in automotive purchase. So they used that data that they had in the 50s to actually close deals. The strategy did work. Hodges Auto sold 17% of all of Chrysler sales in the Detroit area at that time. Sounds a little ludicrous, a little strange. Yeah, it was different for now, but not different in those times. Many of the same pain points still are around today, but technology has found a way to remedy this. According to the data and the ability to analyze buying behaviors, now we can pretty much pinpoint male or female, colors, preferences, what you've done in the past. So there's no more filling out all of these postcards at random and calling people, but we have a more strategic way of doing it today with this that you'll hear more about if you haven't heard it already about data mining. So back in the 50s, Hodges Auto Sales, if you think about it, they did well for their time. But today, if you're operating something like that, you would not be on the top of any consumer's choices for purchasing a new vehicle, even without knowing the spouse's favorite color. All we're trying to do is give you an understanding that how your father and his father purchased is a lot different than what's going on today. We can pinpoint precisely your needs, wants, and desires, and with good knowledge of getting you in and shortening down your time and none of the old tricks, just give you what you say you wanted and offer you that price. We find out that we do a lot better. Once again, Brandon Hardison for Shop Smart Autos and also for Champion Strategies saying, as always in party, go out and make it a